Hey, check out this next clip.
Every time. Visit hickoryfarms.com to get your holiday shopping done.
Our next guest is an icon. Snoop Doggy Dogg burst on the music scene at just 20 years old, pioneering a distinct sound in West Coast hip-hop, which catapulted him to the legendary career in music and entertainment that so many know him for. Powered him all the way to being a big highlight for so many fans around the world at the Olympics. He's gone platinum many times over, 30 million albums sold and counting. So we are going inside his studio in Inglewood, California to hear more about his unusual journey from the early legal case, which he ultimately won, to a musical and political inspiration he drew from his collaborator, Tupac Shakur.
I felt like a dream and a nightmare because with all of the success that was going on, I couldn't really enjoy it because my life was in limbo as far as I know the justice system, and I know that, it didn't look good for me because my music, my background, my past record, and then my record label. So all of that went into account as far as like, these are things that are working against me. Now I got to have a great team of lawyers. They had to speak for me to portray me as who I was, not what you thought I was. And, by the blessings of God, the jury was able to look past the music and the hype and the media and look at the person.
When you looked at that jury, what were you hoping and what did you learn about our justice system? Because it can go both ways. We cover a lot of problems, but sometimes it's the jury that does what the government and the police and others won't.
Well, actually, I was quite nervous because if you recall, O.J. Simpson had just beat his case. So I was thinking that since he beat his, it was a must for me to lose mine because the justice system is not going to see two black men walk out of the same courtroom with not guilty verdicts. So it weighed heavy on my mind and on my heart. That's why when I got the decision of the verdict, I went immediately into a prayer position because I was thankful. It wasn't like a celebratory moment where we were happy or, it was a sad moment because somebody's life was lost and then my life was in limbo, and this is something that I got to live with forever. So that's why I went about it a different way when I got back on Death Row Records. I was on a different wave, and they didn't understand me because they wanted me to be the old Snoop, and I was the new Snoop.
I saw you have the art right back here of Tupac.
Yeah, that's the dog. That's my dog.
How do you remember Pac now?
Pac didn't give him. If he loved you, he loved you. If he hated you, he hated you. Wasn't no in between, wasn't no cut.
He was so far ahead, and he wasn't angry at the justice system. He was angry at injustice.
He was angry at the system, not the justice system, the system
The whole
in general.
system.
The system that's designed to bring the black man down. Because remember, he's a Black Panther. So he's seen it directly as far as how the Black Panthers was organized to help out the black community, put back into helping the kids and just structure us as far as having our own values and the way we live. And then you see Edgar Hoover, it's documented now. They killed him. They killed him. So how you think he's supposed to feel when the only, let's imagine like our positive role models, the football players and the basketball players and the athletes and the entertainers, and they decide to come together and say, okay, we're going to help our people. Then all of a sudden the government kill them. How do you think their kids going to feel about the next generation? So that's the way Tupac felt. That's the way we felt. But just not feeling that way, we made a difference. We was able to do something. We was able to have a voice. We was able to move mountains. We was able to unite people. And we was able to even unite color lines because Tupac loved all peoples and I love all people. We didn't just make music for black people. It was just we were trying to help black people because we seen what was done to us when we tried to help each other.
We have some of Pac on all these issues I want to play for you because it's one thing to be right at the time. It's another thing to be ahead of your time. So I want to play this for your thoughts.
I don't want to be 50 years old at a BET We Shall Overcome Achievement Awards. You know what I'm saying? Not me. Every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. The same crime element that white people fear, we fear. So we defend ourselves from the same crime element that they scared of. I think that what we need to do as a community is start taking control back of our communities. We just need to regulate it so that we can at least have like a peaceful zone where we can all be cool, or else we're gonna all die. We're gonna all be destroyed. But we asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, the civil rights movement. We was asking, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're gonna do? Ask?
No. Now you get it. Even watching that, my spirit is bubbling right now. Like I feel like somebody up from just hearing that. Just because I know that it puts me in that era, in that zone when our voice didn't matter back then. things we were speaking to as far as corruption and violence and all that, they would take it and reverse it back on us as if, no, you got a problem. You're violent. You're this. You know, America's violent. We was peaceful. The Black Panthers was put together to bear arms and do all this peaceful stuff. Y'all came and shot them down and knocked them down. And now we don't have a voice. And now when we try to speak as rappers, you want to lock us up and say our music is making people kill each other and this and that. And then we can't bear arms. Like all the stuff he was speaking to is happening right now. But this is 25 years ago. So it's like if we don't stand up and make a difference and make a change, it won't change. So that's why we do what we do and we're moving like we're moving right now.
Where would he be now, do you think?
Right where I'm at or farther.
Does it strike you that many young people today born after he died, they still come to him and his words and his music?
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. It's the gospel. I mean, he was all about the people. Tupac was in the streets, for the people. Just imagine what he was doing at 25. That was 25 years ago. So he only got to live half of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But he was so far ahead of the game that things he's saying from 25 years ago resonate right now.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of that resonates, and that's just part of my interview with Snoop. I've told you here in this holiday season, we'll remind you can see some of these longer form interviews. You can go to YouTube, search Snoop and Melba to find that one, or go to